Hey there, welcome to my channel. Hope you are having a good day today. I'm working on some clusters, some fabric clusters. I had a video a little while back on Christmas in July about sparkly fabric clusters using your scraps and things like that. And I am now moved on to Halloween. So I wanted to see, I'd never tried this before, I wanted to see if I could make some Halloween fabric clusters. And I think it's working out. One thing, I don't have a ton of Halloween stuff, and I didn't have a lot of what I thought might be Halloween fabric, but I had a little bit. So I worked to get something together here, and I think they're going to turn out kind of cute. And I don't have all these glued down. I was just experimenting with it. But I did end up with some, I had bought some fabric from Temu, some tulle that I was using, so I had that. And then where's my polka dot? Well, I see I had this other polka dot. It's right here. I don't want to, it's this stuff here. I have this from Temu too, and then this silver mesh from Temu. And then I happen to have a vintage blouse that I was cutting up with black. I think maybe I didn't get the thing over here that I wanted to do, because this isn't all the stuff. Oh well, we'll make do. So anyways, I had a black vintage blouse that I was cutting up, so I had that. And then in a swap I got a little bit of this, so I thought that would work. And then I had this gold mesh. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It just looks like it's all together. I had this gold mesh I got, or it's actually kind of rose gold, that I got from Temu. So, oh, and that's a little bit that I got from Dollar Tree. So if you've seen the other video, all you do is get a whole bunch of little scraps of fabric, different sparkly stuff, and you start layering them. You make them different squares, you make them different angles, and you decide where you want to put them in the, you can even like offset them a little bit like this so that it sticks out more, and decide what you want to go, what you want sticking out. I'm going to offset that one a little bit this way, and then you go like this, and then you could sew it, and a lot of people in years past put buttons in it, but I've been putting labels, or like I said, I managed to create some of these toppings here, and then I just staple it. And I also got some colored staples from Temu. These happen to be kind of a, oh, I'll show you here in a minute. These happen to be kind of a, I don't know if you can see that, a purple, or a, it's not quite red. Anyways, they're pretty. So, and I got some rose gold staples. I could have used a rose gold one, and I was wondering, I was going to go look and see if they had some black ones. I could even do a black one, so you don't have to worry about covering it up. So you just make your little fabric cluster, and you can pile on more there or less. I said I had all these scraps left, and I was thinking about just making one big one, and then even I had these scraps, I was thinking about just going back and forth and making one with that, and then putting this on top and making one big one. I won't do that right now because I don't have them exactly right. And then I wanted to have tops for them, something to put in the middle. And like I said, I thought about word, you know, those word labels. They've got all different kinds, but I didn't really have too much Halloween ones. But from Temu also, you know what, I'll just make this a Temu project. From Temu, I got this confetti, and that's a really cool way to find paper, almost like die cuts, and find, you know, a lot of them, and they're not wimpy. And then the boo is another one in there. It's the ghosts and the boo, and the boo is actually on sparkly paper, on glitter paper. Can't quite tell it probably in the thing, but so I got the boo, and then it was too dark to just put it like that. So then I just got some scraps. I had this from Christmas paper, but we're not going to care once we glue that down. And you just make your own shadow thing. You just put it on some paper and you just cut it out around and you make your own shadow behind it. There you go. Oh, and this one here, I'm going to show you now that I've knocked it all down. On this one, I had this kind of weird fluffy lace. So I cut a little piece of it and put it in the middle. And I think it makes it look kind of like a... Well, I don't have any spiders. You know those spiders that you get from Temu and places? You could put a spider in there. That'd be real good too. But I thought it made it look kind of spooky, whatever. So I put that in there, but I am covering it up. So I will glue this down on that on the background, and I will put it there. And then I like to add a little extra. So I got my sequins out, and I'll glue a little sequin there, a little sequin there, and a little sequin there. I'll glue some sequins in there. And on this one, which I did just glue down, I had one of those flat back silver ones in the middle. So, and like I said in the video before when I made the Christmas ones, you can use these for a lot of different things. So they could be, like I make pockets, they could be in the middle of the pocket, decorating it. They could be on a tag, on the bottom of the tag, on the top of the tag. So they have a lot of uses. So I just thought I would get on here and show you. And then, oh, I got these little bats from Temu, but you couldn't see them on here without having a background. So I put them on just a little piece of sparkly paper, and I'm going to glue that down. So that's me today, making some of these for my journal that I'm making, that I want to clip a couple of these into my journal. And I'll probably look for little pieces of things, like I got my whole flat back gem thing out, and I'll probably stick a few more of these on here to sparkle it up a little bit. And then I'll clip it in my journal, and it'll make the journal page look really nice. And then the person who gets the journal, which I usually try to sell most of my journals, so I'm always thinking about the person that gets the journal, they'll be able to move it around. They can move this and put it wherever they want. They can glue it down wherever they want. So anyways, if you're ever thinking of some embellishments for anything in Halloween, this might be something that you might consider. And like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of stuff around. I just sort of pieced it together. So that's what I'm up to today. And I hope you guys are having a great crafting day. And thank you so much for stopping by.